Hey everyone, Connie here with, well, an update regarding the break. Um, so, I said when we were starting this break back in like mid to late last week, well, not even last week, this just a few days ago basically. um, I said when we were starting this that it could be just for the rest of the week, it could be a couple weeks. Um, I don't know. I said I didn't know exactly how long the break would last. Well, this video here is to let you know, is to tell you exactly how long the break is going to last. Um, because, and I'll explain why as well, why it's lasting the amount of time it is. So the break will end tomorrow. Yeah. Um, Seriously though, we are coming back from the break starting this next week. Starting on Monday, we will start uploading regular videos again, and everything should go back to normal, basically. Now, let me explain why I'm coming back so soon. And I said it could just only be for the rest of the week and then the weekend, and that's basically what it ended up being. Of course, aside from the MLP video, which I posted, which again was already pre-recorded and everything, I just had to upload it, so... yeah. Let me explain. So I took the break in the first place. I was doing this break in the first place because of quite a few different reasons. The main one being is that I felt really exhausted. I felt like I was just really tired all the time. Like I just felt kind of out of it, you could say. Like I wasn't putting my all into this because I just felt too tired to be able to do so. And I was really just thrown off to the point where I didn't want to record. I didn't want to do much of anything at the moment. So I took the break as kind of a way to refresh myself, to kind of get back in the game. But then there was also a couple other reasons, and a big one that I did bring up was the entire incident that happened with my friend from church. I brought it up, but just as a quick reminder, basically what happened is my friend from church sent me some very transphobic and just hurtful videos and articles and whatnot in private messaging on Facebook. And as I said before, I know he wasn't meaning to be, like, hurtful or anything. I know he definitely did not mean for it to come across the way he did. But it really did come across that way. And because of it, it really brought my entire just mood down for quite a while. And just completely, basically, just wrecked me. And that was one of the big reasons why I had to take some time off as well, because I just was really in a horrible mood. I was not in a well-off place at the time. And to be honest, I'm still not fully over it. And there has been an update, though. Apparently he wants to talk now. And he's already said he's not going to try to make it a debate or a lecture or anything. He just wants to talk and everything. He said he is offering to take me out to sushi or something, and I'm willing to give him a chance and to hear what he says. Plus, honestly, I just love sushi. It's my favorite food. So I'm willing to give him a chance here, but honestly, I'm really wary about it, and I'm going to keep my guard up. Because at this point, I'm not willing to listen to any more hate about that right now. Either way, I could ramble about that for a long time, but I'm not going to. The point is, that really affected me this past week, really badly. I was in a very bad off place. I was, like, my depression and anxiety were hitting, some highs that they haven't hit in a long time, like really badly, and I couldn't deal with it. I needed to take some time off for me and just do my own thing. But yesterday and so far today, I've come to realize a little bit that I wouldn't say it was a mistake to do so, but it's boring. I talked to yesterday a bit about how I found myself to be really bored. I mentioned that in on social media and stuff, that I just found myself really bored because I'm so used to having to record and do stuff with the channel and whatnot all the time, pretty much. Even when I'm not actually straight up recording at the moment, I'm still really putting forth a lot of energy into thinking about it, into working towards things or planning things out. And I was, during this break, I was trying to just avoid all of that. Also, I think I turned down the brightness a little too low. I'll fix that real quick while we continue. But I was just taking a break from all of that, from doing pretty much anything related to the channel. I don't think I'm going to get any real good brightness right now. Not with the lighting in here the way it is. But yeah, so because of that, I found myself exceptionally bored. I mean, yes, I was watching YouTube videos and stuff, but there's points where it's just like I felt like I felt like I was missing something. And I've talked about it before, but I've talked about before how this channel and just doing these reactions and stuff has really helped me in a lot of ways. Even with the issues we've had with copyright stuff, with the old channel getting deleted, all kinds of things here and there, it's still been an amazing experience that has helped me come out of my shell a lot more in talking to others, and just general communication. As well as helped me just be able to deal with a lot of the stresses that come with my life. A lot of the issues and everything have been made, how do I put it? I've been able to get past them because of this channel and because of doing these reactions, because of your interactions and stuff. And I want to keep that, of course. And I never planned on, of course, quitting, but I was just at that point where it's like, again, I felt like I didn't want to do it at that moment. That's why I took the break, because I felt like I was just too exhausted and I needed time off. But when I had that time off, I realized that I don't think that was the problem. I think it was mostly the second thing. It was the entire issue with my friend and just a lot of that stuff that was just bogging me down. Constantly seeing stuff like that from friends and family, and I think I mentioned in the last video too, when I first announced this, but I started going to a new church this past weekend, and I haven't actually told anyone from my old church yet that I've made the full switch over, that I'm not going to the old one pretty much anymore at all. And it's like, all I've told them is like, because there's this ride share thing, because they have a church van and everything, the most I've told them is like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't mention that this past week I didn't need a ride. I won't need a ride again this Sunday or tomorrow. That's all I've said. I haven't said that I'm not coming to Sunday service at that church anymore. But I'm not. And I haven't said that I don't really plan to come to many of the Thursday night services for the young adults group either. But I don't. And the thing is, I think that's what's been really stressing me out too, because the problem is, the reason I am leaving that church is because of constant hatred and transphobia and just anti-LGBT bigotry and stuff, and it's they don't like say it like they're not like attacking me when they're saying their stuff. It's mostly I just hear them talking about it kind of off to the side when I'm doing something else. I'll hear one of them mention it or something, and just various just hurtful, horrible statements against the LGBT community and others like that and stuff. And I mean, there has been the stuff against me personally. There has been, like when I first came out, my pastor, he told me that I will not call you by Connie. I will not refer to you with female pronouns. You cannot use the female restroom. You cannot dress like a girl. Um, and yeah, he quoted verses and stuff, trying to use them as reason to basically hate on me. And again, I don't think that was his intention, but that is what he was doing. Just like with my friend. Um, and in the end, it's just like all of that, hearing that all the time, here and there, back and forth, and stuff. Again, not necessarily said most of the time straight to my face or anything, but hearing it and everything, and just knowing that they thought that way, and that I couldn't even be myself going to that church, it was really weighing down on me, and especially lately, because I started hearing it even more often. I went to a Bible study on a Wednesday night just the other week, and they talked about the entire LGBT thing during the study, and basically called it sinful and against God and stuff, which it isn't. And there's no actual biblical evidence against being LGBT at all. It's just misinterpretation of the Bible and a lot of bad translations that have come through horribly skewed perspectives. So it's absolutely horrible. And I just couldn't take it anymore. And so when I didn't tell anyone from that church. It's like, oh, I just this past Sunday, a week ago, I got a ride, and I'm decided, okay, I'm going to go to this new church. I know they're open and affirming. There's a trans woman on the choir and stuff, and they're really cool about it. And so it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go, and I'm going again tomorrow. And they're already my normal ride won't be able to bring me next weekend, Labor Day weekend, but they're already talking about trying to find me a ride for that. And it's just, that is going to be my new home church. And especially one big reason is because of going back to the entire how the pastor reacted when I first did come out. So when I did first come out and everything, he brought me aside and we talked about it and everything, and that's when he told me he wouldn't properly gender or name me or whatever. And we had to talk, and we kind of just left it at that. And I only found out, like, I think 2 weeks later, that he had actually also revoked my membership from the church. Because there was this meeting that was members only, and it was basically to officially make him the head pastor, because the former head pastor had left prior to that. And he hadn't been, like, officially sworn in yet, so it was like the members had to go and we had to swear him in and stuff, and I was refused to be allowed in because I found out that apparently I wasn't a member anymore, and I was not told of this. See, if I had been told of that, that would have been one thing, but the fact that I wasn't, that's what really hit hard. That's what really hurt, because it just felt disrespectful and hateful. And so it's just like, I don't want to go to that church anymore. And there's still people there who do respect me and call me by the proper name and pronouns and everything. But just in general, most people there, especially the ones who are in charge, do not. And I cannot handle that anymore. I cannot put myself in that situation any longer. So I started looking around, and I found this new church. And now I'm going there. But the point with all of this is that all of that just really took a lot out of me. Starting going to this church and not telling anyone I'm not going to the old one anymore, it really has been, it's been like stressful to me in and of itself. And it's just, I've been trying to just work past it in a way, and just not really confront everything, not really confront my thoughts on it all, and I think that's what's been exhausting me. I mean, all of this stuff, but it's been exhausting me to just try and kind of keep all of this to myself in a way. I mean, outside of the people at the new church, of course. Yeah, I just needed to not only open up about it to someone else, but I needed to kind of acknowledge it, because I hadn't really ever acknowledged it like out loud or anything before. That yeah, I am kind of done going to that church. I don't want to put myself in that horrible, hurtful situation anymore. I'm not going to cause a big stir about it. I'm not going to like call them out or write some kind of scathing message on social media about them. No, I'm not going to do that to them. I'm not going to be horrible like that. Even if I do believe those kind of things about them, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to be a disrespectful little turd. I'm going to be the better person here. And when I'm ready to tell them, I will. But either way, I think now that I'm getting this all out there and just really starting to open up and just everything, I think I'm going to be definitely ready to come back to really get into things again with a more fresh mind, with just feeling refreshed, having taken some days off of any recording outside of the update video and whatnot. And of course, back on Friday, I announced the winner of the poll, which technically winners. So yeah, it's just I wanted to get through this, but I was trying to do it on my own, and I feel like that was a mistake, because I mean I always say that that people are a social race, that human beings are a social race, and we need to work together, we need to confide in each other and just be together in order to thrive, in order to truly survive. And I do believe that, but I've kind of lived a little bit in hypocrisy with that, because I tend to try to hide stuff from others and do things on my own in a way. And it's just like, I don't want to do that anymore. So yeah. So just for the main point of this video, we are returning to recordings this coming week, starting on Monday. And just as a reminder for the schedule, Monday is OKKO, Tuesday is Attack on Titan, Wednesday is Steins Gate Zero, Thursday is Voltron, Saturday is both My Hero and MLP, and Friday, for this coming Friday, will be the big battle, you could say, between K-On! Season 2 and Inuyashiki. And I'm going to react to the first two episodes, the first episode of each in one video. And whichever one I think is better or I'm more interested in is the series I will react to first. And then once that series is either dropped or finished or whatever, I will get to the other one. So, yeah, that is the plan. That is what I am going to do for now. So basically 2 series in a row are planned for Friday. Oh, and another note, speaking of My Hero, there was an episode today. You guys were telling me there wasn't an episode, there was like some kind of special event going on and stuff. But there wasn't. There is a legitimate episode. It's not like any special OVA or anything. It's a legitimate episode. It is episode 20, I believe. I did already download it. I think it's 20. Let me just make sure. But I know it's a filler episode. And it is basically meant to promote the movie and everything that's going on. but it is an episode. It is a legitimate episode. Yeah, episode 20. So for those who are saying that there was no episode this week, there was. It is season 3, episode 20. So yeah. I will react to that probably on Monday, along with OKKO. But yeah, so that is the plan. And with reactions returning, so will live streams. And if you didn't remember from this last week, we have decided to change up live streams a little bit again. So now that live streams will just be basically whatever I want to play when I want to play them. And it's pretty much along the lines of the pool, but every live stream we do will be like that. I just think it's a way to make it a little more enjoyable and a little more free form. Plus, it'll allow us to do more games together instead of you guys just watching me play. So yeah. And we will be celebrating this, celebrating the return of everything, with our Monday live stream, which will be all Jackbox games. We will be doing another Jackbox live stream. We did that just over a week ago when I first got the Jackbox pack, the $1 Humble Bundle. And we're doing it again. So I also apologize for this video being so long. There's a lot I had to get out, a lot I had to say. But yeah, so just the general idea, the general gist, we are coming back to pretty much everything this coming week. And yeah, everything should hopefully be going back to normal. I'm going to try to keep on schedule as well going forward. I probably won't, knowing me. But I am going to try my damnedest to keep on schedule. Because I just don't like getting behind like that. I think that also kind of wore me down a little bit, constantly getting behind. I'm going to try my damnedest to keep on schedule, even if I have to cut down the number of episodes I do for a certain show. Which right now isn't even going to be that hard, because OKKO, I'm doing 2 to 4 episodes a week. Attack on Titan, Steins Gate, and Voltron are all 1 episode a week. So is My Hero and MLP, so most of it's just 1 episode a week. As for K-On! Or Inuyashiki, whichever one comes first, probably 1 or 2 episodes a week. I'm probably not going to go any higher than that. Not right now. Just I want to keep it kind of low at the moment. Just to keep it kind of manageable. Either way, once again, sorry for this being so long. Like I said, there was a lot to get out with this one. But hey, we're coming back to things. We will be back starting on Monday. I think also, by the way, that my father will be staying home on Monday because I think my brother has an interview. So I'll try to record when they're gone, because my father obviously would be taking my brother to it. So I'll try to record when they're gone. But there's no guarantees exactly when. As for streaming, I don't know when they're going. So I'll probably end up streaming in my room. Yeah, it's probably the best option I have right now. But after that, everything else should be fine, hopefully. Hopefully. Either way, thank you once again for tuning in and continuing to support this channel. For those of you who did comment and everything on the video where I announced the break and everything, I thank you for your kind words and your support and all. And I just really, I want to continue making videos, because like I said, the past couple days I've just been really bored, and I just really want to continue making videos and just really embracing what has helped me so much just in general these past years that I've been doing this. So for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.